So we looked for someone really smart who could collate scientific data for us. Which is where Dr. Valerie Voon, a top neuroscientist at Cambridge University, enters the frame. Valerie is a global authority on addiction and what it does to addicts' brains. In recent years, functional MRI scanners have allowed scientists to peer inside the brains of those addicted to substances like alcohol, nicotine or cocaine to see how they differ from the rest of us. The focus is on a network of interconnected areas across the brain, the so-called reward network. Here, pleasure is processed and evaluated. At the heart of the network is the ventral striatum, the reward centre. This is where our sense of pleasure is first produced. Food, sex, drugs, it's all registered as delicious, as something we want more of. When shown the focus of their addiction, an alcoholic's reward centre will show an exaggerated response. Their brains crave the drink now, while the rest of us can wait till later. No one has ever scanned the brains of porn users who feel like they are addicted. Even Valerie took some convincing.
I wasn't sure what to expect when I first started this study, to be perfectly frank. And in part because we just know so little about it. I was quite skeptical and I was a bit ambivalent about the study.
After a nationwide search, we found 20 men aged 19 to 34 whose lives were so controlled by porn they were willing to take part in our study.
Relatively comfortable.
Yeah, they didn't want to be identified, but they were prepared to be scanned by Dr. Voon. They'd be compared with a control group of healthy male volunteers.
We're running a series of tests using functional MRI to look at brain activity. We're asking whether or not there might be differences in terms of brain activity in specific regions.
Are you relaxed?
Good to go.
Okay, we're going to start.
We're just having a quick scroll through his brain, making sure that everything's where it should be. Like you would do with a boiled egg, just take the top off.
The subject of the study was shown images of explicit porn to see if their reward centres would respond in the same way as drug addicts. If they did, it would suggest that porn might indeed be addictive for them. Although I wasn't part of the study, I had volunteered to be scanned for the programme. And by this point, I was absolutely crapping myself. After all, I spent 15 years of my career micro-analysing naked women. Would I be exposed as a porn fiend?
One last scan.
When the data was analysed, the results were astounding. While the ordinary people were clearly excited by porn, as you'd expect, the compulsive users' brains were twice as active in their ventral striatum, just like addicts responding to drugs or alcohol.
In people who are dependent to nicotine, alcohol or cocaine, when they're exposed to cues, they end up having an increase in activity. So what we see here is in response to an explicit video. Yes. And we see there's a very clear increase in activity in the reward centre.
And there was more. The reward networks of the compulsive porn users were lighting up like Christmas trees. Areas involved in anticipating the porn, physically responding to the porn, and prioritising the porn were all hyperactivated. It's as if these guys' entire reward network is being hijacked by pornography.
Absolutely great. Brilliant.
And to my immense relief, mine wasn't. Like the healthy volunteers, my response to the porn was barely visible, whereas the porn users' brains were going ballistic.
That's a really profound difference compared to, you know, these guys whose brains are firing up like fireworks. So it's a very, very profound effect that porn's having on them.
Yeah, it is a very profound effect.
And the reaction that the porn user's having to porn there, they can't control that, can they? They can't affect the outcome.
No, they can't.
If people are saying that porn is addictive, and it's like, well, where's the proof? If the proof is the same parts of the brain are firing in the same way, that seems pretty compelling.
Yeah, compulsive pornography users do have parallels with substance use disorders, and that's on several levels. This is easily one of the first studies of its kind. But what I would emphasize is that a lot more work needs to be done.
Dr. Voon's results will form part of a wider study intended for publication in a peer-reviewed journal. But already, the results are painting a pretty scary picture. It might be early days, but this research seems to show that porn can be addictive. If that's the case, and we allow our children free access to online porn, that's like leaving heroin lying around the house.